All right. If you've been watching both my channels, the new one is Elevate Your Joy, and then this one, you'll see we have a bit of a some sort of a collaboration going on here with the tarot cards. And I'm guided to use specific tarot decks for those readings in Elevate Your Joy, and then I'm to come over here and do a tarot reading, a pick-a-pile, a true pick-a-pile with that tarot deck. So here we go. We have our 3 piles for you to choose from. I'm going to open the energy and we'll see how this goes, okay? All right. If you haven't picked your pile yet, you can pause the video and do so. But I'm going to get started with the first group. So, what is the message for the first group today? Okay, 2 cards. Right. Okay, Wheel of Fortune and Death. Okay. So I'm going to go to the book because we're using specific decks for a specific reason, but they want me to get one more card first. All right. And I already have some thoughts coming of what that means. That card wants to come. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wheel of Fortune, Death, and the Chariot. This is amazing. Okay. Before I go to the book, I'm just going to say the thoughts that are coming. So the Wheel of Fortune indicates that a plan, a divine plan, a destined plan has been set in motion. The Death card represents transformation, and the Chariot card represents taking charge of your life, putting yourself in the driver's seat, exercising your free will. Let's see what this specific deck says, because, they asked me to use this specific deck, but look at these beautiful cards, and it's 3 major arcana cards. It's incredible, actually. So we have 10, 13, and 7 are the numbers. But, okay, let me just go and see if there's anything that they don't want me to miss from these decks. Okay, interesting. So the key word for this card in this deck is evolution. Evolution. That's cool. Okay. So it says understanding cycles, fate, good luck and fortune, karma. A lot of people have been doing, I don't use the word karma a lot. There's all kinds of different definitions around it and things, but a lot of people are experiencing karmic clearing, from what I can tell, myself included, people in my life, people online. It seems like there's a lot of karmic clearing going on. I saw a really nice definition of karma that I can't remember, but it was really good, and I liked it. It was more about the self and like cleansing the self of your, of something. I can't remember actually. Maybe I'm gonna find it for you because I really did like it. So let me just find it. I can find it in this one group that I've sent it to. I send a lot of things to friends around this kind of stuff, and I'm quite sure I'll be able to find it here. If you give me, just be patient for a few seconds with me, okay? Where is it? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe I won't be able to find it quick enough, but I wonder if I can search it in this group, actually. Can I search my chats? Karma. Yes, here we go. Here it is. So this is the definition that I saw. Karma is not about checks and balances and righting wrongs. Karma is the process of the self purifying the self. That's how someone just explained. Oh, I'm just talking about it. Okay, how someone explained it to me. So karma is not about checks and balances and righting wrongs, etc. Karma is the process of the self purifying the self, which is this evolution, right? So yeah, I really do like, I'm glad that they guided me to look into this in this book for this, because it is very cool, right? So in this book, the Wheel of Fortune represents evolution. It represents, karma in that, and I'm going to say with that definition because they called me to look it up. So the self, cleansing the self, understanding cycles, fate, having good luck and fortune, questioning your reality, is what it says here in the book. So all of that, this is, and then I'm going to come back to, this is divinely planned, all of this, okay, and destined. Okay, the death card in this deck, transformation, of course. I think that's just, no matter what deck you use, you're going to see that keyword, transformation, rebirth, a spiritual end, and a spiritual beginning, right? Let go, evolution. So we have evolution here is the keyword, transformation, evolution here. So this is all destined. This is all part of a divine plan. This is, some karmic clearing going on, the self purifying the self to evolve. Okay, so letting go of the old, having an end, a spiritual end. So some sort of, cycle, a spiritual cycle has ended. Okay. And then we have the Chariot card, which is an amazing card. And let's see what this book says. All right, the keyword victory. All right, victory. So victory over all of this stuff that's been going on, okay? So it says, guide destiny with intuition. So like I said, this is destined, but guide destiny with intuition. That's really cool. Trust the path. You are going places. Seize the moment, okay? So, yeah, this is such a cool reading. So for group number 1, this is what's going on right now. So if you're coming up against a lot of strange things right now, that are challenging you to let go of the old and to end cycles, a lot of people online are talking about, needing to set boundaries right now and finding that they need to set boundaries in their life. And that's part of this karmic thing, cleansing the self, purifying the self, purifying the self, and realizing I need to have some boundaries. I need to have some, I need to be responsible for my self-worth and my value and my self-respect. And I need to, clearly define my boundaries around that so that other people can, see that I have those boundaries and, relate with me within them. Because a lot of empaths, a lot of people on a spiritual path have been, and that's where this is a spiritual end is coming, a cycle is ending, right? A lot of people that have been in the spiritual path and that are empaths have tended to just allow everybody to, what's the word? Boundary cross with them. And I feel that is ending, okay, for a lot of people right now. So I feel like that's what this is. This is part of your evolution. This is part of being, taking charge and guiding your destiny with your intuition and saying, I'm in charge. I know my self-worth. I know my self-value. I know who I am. This is who I am. And this is how I'm going to relate to the world. And this is how the world is going to relate to me. And that's part of our evolution and part of this transformation that's going on. So if you resonate with that, this is your pile. I think this is fantastic. I know that it can be difficult in these times, but it's leading to some amazing things. All right. Any numbers you want me to see? No, this is it. That's your message. It's super simple, super clear. No mistaking it. All right. So hope it helps you to understand some of the things that might be going on right now. Okay. Group number 2. What message do we have for group number 2 today? Ooh, okay. We have the Emperor. Oh, I feel like this is a continuation of group number 1 in some ways. Okay. We have a few cards that came out. We have the 9 of Wands, great strength. Okay. We have material success, the 6 of Pentacles. All right. We have just those 3. Okay. They said it's 3. The other 2 were attached, but they're not. They're actually, I noticed that they're from a different reading earlier. And we did 3 with the first group and they only want 3. So this is cool. Now, obviously I know the meanings from, how I read the tarot, but they want me to look in this book. But this is the reason why I think it's a continuation from the first group, is because the first group got to a place where they were going to take charge of their lives, take charge of their destiny. And now we have the Emperor. So that's really cool. So let me look in the book, because we're using this deck for a reason. And we want to see what the Emperor says in this deck. Stewardship. Okay. Power. Define boundaries. Oh my gosh, this is a continuation from the first group, because that's what I talked about there. Guiding the shape of things to come. Yes. Guiding your destiny with your intuition. Authority, protection, understanding the concrete world. Focus on actions and results. Beautiful. Great strength. The Nine of Wands. Let's see what this book has to say about that. Okay. All right. Great strength. Build resilience, stamina, vigilance, persistence in the face of adversity. Release burdens. Okay. So this is a time to release burdens. Okay. And know that you have this great strength. Okay. You are the Emperor. You have this great strength to tap into. Okay. You are resilient. You have the stamina, you know, to persist in the face of adversity and release the burdens of the past. Okay. Is what this is saying to me as you move forward, being the Emperor that you are. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which says material success. So material success is coming your way. It says, take care of yourself and the community you are in. You will experience growth, balance, and receive an exchange of gifts. And this makes so much sense, because in the first group, it was about evolving and you know, clearing karma and ending the path. It was a spiritual ending that ended not having boundaries and, you know, being taken advantage of and taken for granted and all that kind of stuff. So as you move through that and you get to here being the Emperor and, you know, cultivating your great strength, you'll be able to participate in a community and have a, you know, a reciprocal relationship with others now, because you have clear boundaries and you know who you are, you know you're the Emperor, you know your value, you know your worth, you know what you have to give, and you're willing to receive now. Okay, that's what I'm hearing for this group. Okay, that's it. It's very short and sweet today. All right, group number 3. Let's see what your message is. Okay, there's one. Material gain. Nice. This is a progression from number 2, and number 2 was a progression from number 1. That happens sometimes, as we know. There we go. Okay. And I feel like it's this one. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. That was sticking out. All right. So this is a progression from the first 2. You might want to go watch the first 2 and then come back to this one. You know, you're more than welcome to watch this one first. But so isn't this beautiful? We have material gain and material happiness, but in the middle we have strife. So that's really interesting. It's almost like a cycle that I'm seeing in some ways. I don't know. Now, I am using this deck for a reason. It's the Heaven and Earth Tarot deck. So I'm going to go to the book and then we'll go from there, because the book's probably going to tell me something that I'm missing at first glance. Okay, so let me go there. So we have 2 9s. We have 959. Okay, they want me to start with 959. They just made me notice that. We have 959. Let's see what that is in, you know, both ways. 959, 959 if you go backwards too. So it's times 2. 959. What is the angel number that 959 is saying? What is the message from that? You are being called to action. Heaven is guiding you to take your purpose and share it with the world. You have an opportunity to lead by example. Take it. Okay. All right. So this makes sense given what message for group number 1 and group number 2 were. So this makes a lot of sense. This is definitely a continuation from that. Okay. So, 9 of Pentacles. Let me find it here. Okay. Success, a deep sense of accomplishment, reached desired status, spiritual happiness. Okay. So that's pretty on par with what we normally see. Now we're going to see the 5 of Wands, what it says in here in this book. The 5 of Wands. We have strife. Strife, conflict, inability to get along with others, confrontation, struggling to compete. Okay, so we're going to come back to that. I'm just reading out what the book says, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. And then we have the 9 of Cups, right? And the 9 of Cups says, material happiness, wish come true, true joy, be proud of your accomplishments, luxury, lifelong fulfillment. So we want to talk about this strife in the middle. In group number 2, it talked about this. Group number 1 and group number 2, it talked about this inability to get along with people and why. So what I'm seeing in this card, and I saw it right from the start, but I wanted to read the book's interpretations before I went here, is I'm seeing this as being burned. This is being burned away. It's being cleansed. This strife, this inability to get along with others, this conflict, this competition. Competition is what one of the key words in that book. It's being burned away. And what I talked about in the first group especially was karmic clearing. And, I see that here. This is being burned away. This strife is being burned away. So as you do this, as you release these, in group number 2, it talked about releasing burdens. As you release, it was the 9 of Wands. So as you release these burdens of the past, these cycles, these karmic, experiences, etc., and you'll understand it more if you've watched the first group, in second group. If you haven't, if you go back and watch those, you'll understand this a little bit more, what I'm saying. But this is being burned away, okay? And that is the key to these 2 things, okay? So the key to these 2 things is to burn this, like clear this, right? And that's what you're doing right now. You're clearing this. You're clearing this, I'm going to go back to the book here so I can get specifically how they said it. But you're clearing this strife. You're clearing this conflict, inability to get along with others, confrontation, struggling to compete. You're clearing that from your world, okay? And it's being burned away. So even if you aren't actively doing anything to clear this, your spirit team is doing stuff, and you're probably experiencing stuff and going through some things a little bit. The whole spiritual world is going through it right now. And so your spirit guides are saying enough is enough. This is ending, and we're going to clear this. We're setting, we're going to cleanse it with the fire, right? There's all kinds of ways to cleanse. You can cleanse with fire, water, air, right? You can bury it too and let it decay. But one of the quickest ways, I think, is fire. So that's the one that's being depicted here, right? So, and now they want me to go back and read the 959 message again because it's so important, right? It's so important that you had, if you've been struggling with what is my purpose, what am I supposed to be doing, blah, blah, blah. If you feel like, it's been a long time coming and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and stalled and blocked and all this kind of stuff, it's because you needed to get to this point that this reading is talking about, of ending a certain spiritual cycle, of being taken advantage of being competitive, of being in this, that kind of realm. And now you're ready for this. You are being called to action. Heaven is guiding you to take your purpose and share it with the world. You have an opportunity to lead by example. Take it. So this doesn't mean you have to go out and preach. This doesn't mean you have to do anything in particular. 1919. Whoa, sorry about that. Emphasizing the 1919, I guess. This means that you can, it's just how you live your life is how you lead in the world, right? So 1919, you're being invited to connect with the energy of the divine feminine, both within you and around you. Mother feminine healing is possible at this time. Okay, and that was emphasized by that loud crash of my candle lighter falling to the floor. So what else would you like me to say, if anything, to this group? They just want me to remind you that this is the key, because it's sitting right in the middle to these two things. And we have the 99 now, right? Material gain, material happiness. So it's not just the material gain, like the financial gain. It's the material happiness. This is the 9 of Cups. This is, joy. So emotional and spiritual joy and financial joy gain, right? So when I said 99, they want me to look up that number and then the 999, because they are reminding me of the 9 of Wands in the other group. So let's look at what 99 means. Says to us, what's the message in 99? 99 says, you are having an enlightened moment. Take note of all that is coming through to you at this time. And 999, 999. Let's see what that says. The Divine Mother Mary is supporting you as you move back to a sense of wholeness. Welcome home to your heart. And that is where we're going to end it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You go have a beautiful day. Bye-bye now.